Hi, everyone. It's Miss Cole again. I have another very fun story for you today. It is one of my absolute favorites. It is a little bit long, so bear with me. I think you'll really enjoy it, though. It's called Noise in the Night. Once upon a time, when Sherry was very young, about as young as you were on your last birthday, she decided that she did not like night noises. Night noises are like day noises, said Daddy, but there aren't as many of them. Petunia and Violet like them, said Mother. Petunia purred and Violet wagged her tail to show how much they liked night noises. I don't, said Sherry. One night, when everyone was snug in their bed, Sherry heard a noise. Mother! Daddy! She called. Come quick! Petunia meowed. Violet growled, Mother mumbled, and Daddy grumbled, and they all stumbled sleepily into Sherry's room to see what was wrong. I hear a tap, 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 said Sherry, and a noise that's a growl, a roar, a wheeze, and a whistle, all stirred together, and everyone was as quiet as a clam, and everyone listened. Then Daddy laughed. The tap, tap, tap is your shade dancing against the window, he said, and he held the shade, and the tap, tap, tap stopped. What about the other noise? Asked Sherry. Everyone stood as still as a jar of jam, but no one, not even Sherry, heard the noise that was a growl and a roar and a wheeze and a whistle all stirred together. Maybe you should try to make all of those sounds. You dreamed it, said Daddy. You imagined it, said Mother. Dreamed, purred Petunia. Imagined, wagged Violet, and they all went back to their beds. Sherry knew the noise wasn't a dream or her imagination. She knew she had heard it. It was almost a friendly noise, and she wished she could hear it again. As she closed her eyes to listen, and the next thing she knew, it was morning. Every night, Sherry heard noises. Every night, she called in Mother and Daddy. One night, she called 5 times. There was a plane, a shower of rain, the tick-tock of the clock, a car on the block, and the noise that was a growl and a roar and a wheeze and a whistle, all stirred together. She hasn't figured out what that sound is quite yet. In the morning, everyone was tired. Daddy almost forgot to shave. Mother almost forgot to cook breakfast. Petunia almost forgot to clean her whiskers. Violet almost forgot to wag her tail. This can't go on, said Daddy. We have to think of something. They all just look exhausted. Daddy thought while he worked at the office. Mommy thought while she cleaned the house. Petunia and Violet thought between naps on the back porch. Sherry thought too. She thought about the noise that was a growl and a roar and a wheeze and a whistle all stirred together. Growl, a roar, a wheeze, and a whistle. I can't quite make that sound. I don't know what it is. Sherry was the only one who ever heard it. She wondered what it could be. I wonder that too. When Sherry was ready for bed that night, Daddy came into her room. Here, he said, I found your grandfather's earmuffs in the attic. You wear them. They will keep out the night noises. These are spiffy. I'll sleep in a jiffy, said Sherry, and she snuggled right into her bed. But Sherry didn't sleep. The earmuffs prickled and tickled and made her sniff and snuff, and they were worse than the night noises. Mother and Daddy and Petunia and Violet looked as wide awake as sunflowers when Sherry came down for breakfast, but she was so tired and sleepy she could hardly eat. Please, no earmuffs tonight, please, she said. When Sherry was ready for bed that night, Mother came into her room. We'll give you the radio, she said. The music will help keep out the night noises. A very good idea, thought Sherry. But the radio was worse than the earmuffs. Every time Sherry tried to sleep into her favorite dream, the music popped her awake. It's like trying to sleep with a TV on. Doesn't work. In the morning, Mother and Daddy were as bright as sunshine. Petunia and Violet were as frisky as jumping beans. But poor Sherry was so tired and sleepy, she could hardly keep her eyes open. No earmuffs, no radio, she begged. No anything. But we need our sleep, said Daddy. I don't mind plane noises or train noises or shower of rain noises, said Sherry. I just don't like the I don't know what they are noises. Maybe there won't be any, said Mother, if you can think of all the night noises you might hear. I know, said Sherry. I'll make a list. That's a really good idea. Daddy reached in his pocket for a pencil. Mother reached in the kitchen drawer for paper. And Sherry printed down all of the night noises that she could think of. That night, all the noises were friendly noises. The train even seemed to sing a song. Toot, toot, it sang, I'm a train on a track. See all the packages I can pack. Then Sherry heard the noise. That was a growl and a roar and a wheeze and a whistle all stirred together. And it was the friendliest noise of all. Night noises are fun noises, said Sherry at breakfast. They sing songs too. And she told about the train song. I like collecting night noises, she added. Well, said Daddy, I've heard of collecting stamps and cars and jeeps and tanks and pennies for piggy banks, but you're the first person I've ever known to collect night noises. Sherry giggled. I'll make a book, she said. I'll draw pictures and I'll print the songs. But what, she wondered, could she draw for the noise that was a growl and a roar and a wheeze and a whistle all stirred together? She'd have to figure out what it was first. Each night, Sherry found new noises. There were mice eating rice, the refrigerator making ice, a branch that creaked, and a door that squeaked. But as hard as she tried, Sherry could not find out what noise had made the growl and the roar and the wheeze and the whistle all stirred together. Maybe the wheeze looks like this, she told Petunia and Violet, and she drew a big swirl with her big black crayon. The next night, everybody went to bed early because Daddy had to leave on a business trip before the sun was up. All of a sudden, Sherry remembered that she had kissed Daddy goodnight, but not goodbye. She bustled out of bed and hustled down the hall. She tiptoed into Mommy and Daddy's bedroom. She tiptoed over to Daddy's bed, and then, just as she was ready to give Daddy his kiss goodbye, she heard it. It was that friendliest noise of all, the noise that was a growl and a roar and a wheeze and a whistle all stirred together. Sherry had to hug herself to keep herself from laughing, and she gave Daddy the kiss that didn't even wake him up. Do you know what it is yet? She had to hug herself to keep herself from giggling, and she hurried back to bed. Wouldn't everybody just laugh when she drew that picture at last? That noise that was all stirred together, that wheeze and whistle and growl and roar, was nothing more than Daddy's snore. And it would be her favorite picture. His snore sounded like a whistle, a wheeze, a growl, and a roar, all stirred together. The end. It's one of my favorite stories. I hope you really like it. See ya.